It's a true story.
Matt, can you start off just kind of updating us on the scrimmage Saturday and what you thought of it?
Yeah, no, I thought it was good. It wasn't, it was more of a situational scrimmage. It wasn't just to put it down and play it. We worked a 4-minute drill, which for us is no RPOs. It's just we got to run the football and run the time out. And then for the defense, it's just a good run stopper where they can dig their heels in and stop the runs. We did that. Did a little backed up, little red zone work. But I thought it was good work. It was good back and forth. Probably the defense maybe got the best of the 4-minute, and then the offense scored a bunch of touchdowns in the tight red zone. So I thought we had really good work.
AJ was back out there today. What did you kind of see from him?
Good. I mean, he's able to run routes. Still just kind of being careful that we don't tweak it this late in the game. But it's very important to try to get our timing back and being able to go out there and run routes versus air and a little bit of Skelly and Endo and things like that, getting him back into the swing of things.
So
What's
what
the
was
rest of your?
What was the run game like in the red zone when y'all were scoring some touchdowns? Were y'all able?
We hit a couple of runs, really nice run by Isaiah Woolard, and then there was a couple of fade balls for touchdowns. But there was one nice run by Isaiah Woolard though, just offhand.
How are the running backs shaping up behind Scotty right now?
I think it's a tight race. You know, you just got Eric Sweeney, who's probably got the best overall knowledge of the offense, probably the best on third down protection wise. Isaiah's maybe a little bit quicker, but Armani really came on. He broke some tackles. Big third down in that 4-minute drill. He broke about 3 tackles and hit a big run. So there's a lot of competition right there, and I like that.
What's the rest of your injury situation right now?
So Lodge is getting close. We thought about putting him out there today. He probably needed one more day before he's back out, so I'm good there. Greg got rolled up in the scrimmage, but he practiced today. He was fine. Freshman Jalen Cunningham, he's out with a finger. You probably saw him in a jersey standing over there. He had surgery on his finger, on a tendon. Devon Penniman was out there today. He's got a pretty good ways to go,
Yeah.
but he is out there getting reps.
Webster?
Ken Webster hamstring just a little bit behind Javian and AJ because he happened later in camp. But same type injury. I don't think it's severe. Just a pulled hamstring. It just takes a little bit of time to get
Didn't see
healed.
Braylon Sanders today.
Yeah, he hurt his knee. So he was excuse me, he had a hamstring as well. So he pulled his ham late in practice on Sunday.
Of all those guys, who do you sort of at this point think it might not be realistic they could go in Houston? Obviously Penniman.
The two I'm probably concerned about the most would be Sincere David and then potentially Ken Webster. But I'm thinking he's going to be back. He's probably probable, where maybe Sincere is maybe questionable. That's as close as I can get to it.
Gotcha.
We'll know more at the end of the week, though.
Are you guys at a point yet where you're starting to implement anything looking towards that Texas Tech?
Yeah, we
game?
started that today. So we had about 15 minutes where we just focused on Texas Tech, and we've been sprinkling it in a little bit here and there. But there was 15 minutes solely focused on Texas Tech, and then obviously it's a little bit more film time in preparation.
What do you feel like the defense is right now? So we need to see improvement? Do you feel
You know
like?
what? It's always hard to
Yeah.
do it when you're against yourself. I think obviously you'll find out a lot in the first game, but I think we're deeper. We have more guys that can contribute, that are pushing for playing time. I think we're a little bit faster, and then obviously the knowledge is better. It's 1 year better. They're communicating a little bit better. But I want to see us go out there and do it, in a game.
Your secondary specifically, you've been very confident about them, but they're a little banged up. What development have you seen?
No,
from that group?
still feel really good. CJ and Zedrick back there are doing a great job, and then probably corner is our deepest position. So we got Javian and Ken out, but then you got Jalen out there, and Miles is doing a great job, and then you got Jalen Julius behind them. So even though we got 2 guys out, you're still feeling pretty good. That gives you a little bit of idea of the depth. Maybe in 2 years ago, if that happens, you're worried and you struggle to practice. So I like the depth, and the injury's been up a step in.
What's the back half of camp been like for Benito?
Good. Benito is. I think that's the challenge. I mean, for the O line and D line, you've been banging on each other for going on 3 weeks now, and the only way you get better at football is to play football. But then you worry about injuries. But you have to go bang, but then we'll start tapering off here and doing a little bit more against Texas Tech, a little bit less against each other.
Is the shoulder still bothering him? Coming
Doesn't
back from
seem
surgery?
like it. He seemed like he's been good.
You guys are still rotating a lot of guys, especially in the front seven. Do you have a lot of position battle still going on, or when you get to game time, will it be just a by committee type thing?
I think it'll be committee. I think you'll have starters, and everybody makes a
Yeah.
big deal about that. But on the defensive lines, you have to roll people through, and you have to do that to stay fresh.
How far away are you from, do you think, from finalizing your depth chart?
Probably after Saturday, we'll have a pretty good idea. And the ones or twos are pretty set, but as far as who's walking out there with the starters, we'll know that on Saturday.
What is Saturday? Not
It's a
full
mock
season.
game.
A mock
Yeah, it's a
game.
mock game. Where everybody's in the box, headsets. There's new headset rules. There's new rules about people being in the box, special team substitutions, just all the things. You just cover every different scenario that you can possibly cover to get yourself ready to play.
So are you then treating this week kind of like a practice leading up to a game?
Similar. There's a lot of things that are a little bit beefed up because you're not going into a game, so there's maybe a little bit longer on Thursday, Friday. Obviously not as much work on Saturday. So, but yes, we'll try to simulate a game, pregame meal, all those things leading up. So especially these freshmen, they've been through it at least once before you start.
Coach Tyler Knight was all over the field today. Is that something we're going to see during the season, or is he still trying to find a spot?
No, you are. You're going to see him at punt and kick returner, and you'll see him at tailback.
You talked about how when you came on as the interim coach, you were already looking towards the future. What are some of the things that you've implemented, maybe recently, maybe then, that's looking far ahead?
Well, I think the biggest thing for me is when you get the job, you don't worry about right then. You try to start making plans for, the program. And I think you're always making decisions in the best interest of the program, whether it be with discipline or, the culture in the locker room and, discipline for little things. So, but again, I haven't changed my approach because I was looking at it long-term from the beginning.
Thanks, Matt.
All right.
Thanks, Matt.
Thank you, guys. Yep, appreciate it.